Welcome to a great news video from the road. I've got Roman behind the camera.
Yeah, Andre, we're here in Hawaii. How cool is that? But we just did a video where we did a world premiere over at all TFL of the brand new 2024 Toyota Tacoma. And so we highlighted 4 different models, but Toyota snuck in another one that we weren't hands-on with,
Yes.
but we have here with us in Andre's garage. So if you want to see a hands-on video of the new Tacoma, head on over to all TFL. But for now, what do we got here, Andre?
alltfl.com. We have the return of the 2024 Tacoma PreRunner. So you may remember PreRunner trucks or PreRunner models from several years ago, and now they're reintroducing it for this brand new generation of the Taco.
So the PreRunner, what makes it unique, I think, is it's only 2-wheel drive.
It's two-wheel drive, but it also showcases their two-door cab. They call it extra cab, so only 2 doors. This doesn't open, and we'll show you inside and out as much as we can. And it also has a suspension lift and 2-wheel drive only.
Now, a PreRunner, some brands call it a desert runner, is basically from the Baja race where people pre-run the race to kind of check
To learn
out,
about it,
to learn
yeah.
about it, and it's become a thing now for truck manufacturers to basically build 2-wheel drive versions of their 4-wheel drive trucks. So let's go through the pictures here and let's talk about what they've done.
Yeah, because this is our first look at the new cab. PreRunner is a cool name. Something that, like you said, harkens to pre-running an off-road race, checking it out. But I think this could also be a really great work truck. What do you think? Because it's going to be a little bit more affordable than some other Tacomas. It's 2-wheel drive only, but it has good clearance. But what do you think about this front? They have this aerodynamic air dam.
I think it's silly. I think it's
If it's a
good
PreRunner,
I think it's good for fuel economy, but I think it looks silly.
if it's a PreRunner, I think I would remove that.
Yeah, so obviously, not everybody needs a 4-wheel drive truck. We in Colorado, because of snow and because of a lot of off-roading, prefer them, but there's not a lot of off-roading in Florida unless you're like swamp bugging or something, right? So places where there maybe isn't snow, or maybe there isn't a lot of off-roading, a 2-wheel drive truck makes a lot of sense. And especially, why pay both a weight penalty and a fuel economy penalty for something you're probably never going to use?
But what if you own a landscaping business? What if you want to tow a little trailer behind you and you don't need 4-wheel drive? That's another great a way to use this truck.
Yeah, what if you're young and you don't have a lot of money? And do we have pricing on this, Andre?
No,
We don't
not
have
yet.
pricing, so we
No.
don't know.
Or fuel efficiency.
But look, the coolest part is right there.
So yes, you will have a locking rear differential, drive modes. This is an 8-speed automatic, and it will come with a turbocharged engine. They call it iForce, 278 horsepower, 317 pound-feet of torque, 2.4 liter turbo 4. So this engine goes up straight up against Ford Ranger turbocharged engine, and the new, of course, Chevy Colorado turbo engines, and the rest.
Yeah, you know what? Lock that button down, this button, and floor it, and you're looking at some pretty mad 11s down the road.
You could put some rubber down.
Yeah, you could burn some rubber.
But I want to point out, so the rest of the truck is a little bit more simple. See, it has a slightly smaller screen right here for the infotainment. Some other models of the Tacoma that we have on alltfl.com have the 14-inch screen. This is slightly smaller, but all of them get a push-button start. All of them, dude, have Toyota Safety Sense driver assistance tech with
3.0.
adaptive cruise.
Yeah, 3.0.
3.0.
Which is pretty cool. I like when you don't have to pay for safety. And like I said, if you want to see us hands-on with this, or you're not looking at pictures, but you're actually looking at the real thing, head on over to alltfl.com, where we have our 20-minute, or is it longer, debut video where we had
35 minutes.
35 minutes, wow. And then
Yes.
coming up later this week, we did a comparison of the new Tacoma to the old one. We did an old
Yes.
versus new, side by side. And
We did another comparison.
Yeah, what's the other one we did?
The other one is TRD Pro versus the new Trail Hunter off-road version of the new Tacomas. And also we talked to the engineer, the chief engineer, Sheldon Brown, and that's on our Talk podcast channel coming up.
So that's a really deep dive. That's a really deep cut. 50 minutes, I think that video was. And sometimes the chief engineer videos are a little dry, shall we say. Sheldon was incredible. He knows that truck backwards and forwards. So if you guys are serious about the Tacoma, you're going to want to check that video out. Wall-to-wall coverage, Andre.
Yes. And also, there's more because this truck we're looking at now in pictures, I'll be hands-on with it in a couple days.
Yeah, you'll be at the Overland Expo, so if you guys want to see Andre, and actually Nathan's going to be there.
Yeah.
So the Overland Expo in Flagstaff, they're going to unveil this thing for the first time, and Andre and Nathan will be there. So if you're coming by, stop by and say hi to the boys.
Yep, we'll be running around. What do you think about this rear cab? Well, this is not a cab, but this kind of lockable storage. It looks like you can mount your own maybe hook system, shelf system, something like this.
Well, you could certainly create a lot of interesting, possibilities for off-road recovery gear. That's kind of cool.
But you can sit there.
Yeah, so it's a two-seater.
Yeah.
Let's look at the underneath of the truck because the suspension is really what it's all about. So the new Tacoma actually has different suspensions.
They have 5 different shock choices. So, and we go over a lot of them. In this case, it does have a small lift, so it has more ground clearance. This is the front coilover system. You could see a little Toyota branding on this shock. They also have Bilsteins on TRD Off-Road. They have Fox 2.5 QS3s on TRD Pro. They have Oldman Emo on the Trail Hunter, and then they have adaptive suspension on their limited Tacoma.
Yeah, it's like, they've gone like Ford F-150 in terms of all the different options. Now,
and this one has a leaf.
the question is, does it have disc brakes or does it have drum brakes? We tell you in that video, so we're not going to tell you this one. We're going to make you go to that video because Andre and I worked our you-know-what off to get that.
This has a leaf spring in the back.
But they all don't.
But not all of them do.
I know.
Exactly. So they have different, multi-link suspension systems in the back, leaf spring. This is a little bit more affordable, right? So we don't know the pricing yet. This truck is going to be on sale. They said closer to the end of this year, 2023. So stay tuned. The new Tacoma, the all-new Tacoma is coming very, very soon. And this just kind of gets my brain going, this kind of a blank slate rear cargo area here.
Do they have a shot of the bed?
No, but it is
I'd love to see the bed.
Oh, let's look at the back of the truck.
Yeah, let's see.
It is a composite bed. Oh, the other thing is, you know how the new Chevy Colorado has only a short bed option now?
Yeah.
The 5-footer, and so does the new Ranger, only short. This is 6 feet.
Yeah, it's funny because most of the other manufacturers, and obviously we're talking about the mid-size segment, so obviously Chevy Colorado and the GMC Twin, the new Ranger, even the Frontier, they've gone down in terms of options, in terms of
Like engine options,
and in terms of body and bed lengths. Toyota's gone the opposite way.
They've expanded it.
And that's because I think they're the class leader, right? They sell about 250,000 of these every year. So, they're definitely going to give you a lot of choice.
They have a TRD exhaust tip right there coming out on driver's side.
And there's some other cool stuff. I'm just going to point to a little hidden feature right there, which we show you in the other video. So please head on over there. Check out all TFL because we've got wall-to-wall coverage of the Tacoma. We understand how important it is, and we were grateful that Toyota flew us out here to Hawaii to have hands-on with it. So we took the advantage and spent a lot of time crawling all over the truck because I think it's going to be a very important truck. And actually, I think it's really good.
Yeah, and just let's wrap up.
Except for that.
That could come off. Sheldon told us this. But by the way, this tire is a BF Goodrich trail terrain.
But there are different versions.
Oh my gosh.
Of tires. It's there
across the board.
Yeah, that's why the video is 30 minutes long.
So there you have it. The PreRunner is back in a big way. It could be really affordable. It is turbocharged. It is all new interior. It's a new truck. So let us know what you think in the comments below. Like I said, like Roman said, oldtfl.com, come back because we're going to have hands-on with the PreRunner. We have many videos there, including off-road and interviews.
Yeah, we'll see you on another video very soon. See you next time. Ciao.